Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to Attorney Commander Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. The topic of my class this day is substance abuse in youth. In Liberia, America, and throughout the world, we have problems with substance abuse. And it's about time we take a few minutes to look at this issue, to look at this problem, to look at what substance abuse is all about and how it affects us, people in our society and in our community. So let's take a few minutes and look at what substance abuse is all about. So what is substance abuse? Substance abuse is an overindulgence. Overindulgence, that means you're doing it over plus, you're involved in it. Okay? You're indulging in it. Okay? You're partaking in it more than you should. It is an overindulgence in or dependence on an addictive substance, especially drugs or alcohol. Okay, we know that in our medical field, just like any other doctrine, we talk about doctrine like English, math, and all the sciences. Any of those sciences, we have different kind of meanings for them. You have the common meaning that other us know about, overindulgence in alcohol or drugs. Okay, that's substance abuse. And we also know that substance abuse is the use of illegal drugs or the use of prescription medicines prescribed by the doctor for other people, okay, or over-the-counter drugs or alcohol for purposes other than those for which they were meant to be used. Okay, so anything you use that was not meant to be used for you or the purpose for which you're using them, that's abuse. Okay? So substance abuse, like any other abuse, when you overindulge in anything, when you do things without moderation, you're excessive. You're doing it in excess, and it becomes a dependence. Okay? You become dependent on it. You can't do without it. So that's substance abuse. Substance abuse also, let me pull my notes up. Substance abuse refers to alcohol, tobacco products, drugs, inhalants, anything that is sprayed. You know, they have these sprays and things that people cut the top off and inhale it. The kids inhale it. Those are inhalants. Other substances that can be consumed, inhaled, injected, and absorbed into the body with possible dependence and other, oh, hold on, I can't see that one, it didn't come up. Possible dependence and other detrimental effects. I'm sorry, you can't see that one, but it's there. Okay. So those are what we refer to. Those are the products that can lead to substance abuse. If you're indulging in these products, alcohol, and you're doing it in excess, that means you're doing it more than normal. You're indulging in it. You get, that's when it becomes abused. We have an issue with substance abuse. Okay? So substance abuse can also be referred to as substance disorder. Okay? You have substance disorder, you got drug disorder. These, I'm not getting into all of that, but I'm just mentioning these different kind of things. So what is substance disorder? It is a disease that affects a person's brain and behavior and leads to an inability to control the use of an illegal or legal drug or medicine. So, substance abuse disorder is a disease. That means your indulgence in this thing has reached to the point that it cannot be controlled. It has control over your mind. It has over your control over your behavior. And all of that leads to lack of control of yourself. Okay? So the drug can be legal or it can be illegal. Okay? It can be prescription drugs. It can be illegal drugs. Heroin and all those kind of things. And if you indulge in it in excess, it can lead to a substance abuse disorder, which is a disease. Okay? Substance abuse affects. Okay, what are the effects of substance abuse? Consequences of addiction on the body may include. Let me pull my notes out again. Sorry, I had that already. Substance abuse effects. The consequences of addiction on the body may include increased strain on the liver, which could lead to significant liver damage or liver failure. Seizures, stroke, mental confusion, brain damage, lung disease, problems with memory, attention and decision making. These things make daily living more difficult. And they all occur because of excess amount of drugs or alcohol that may lead to substance abuse. So these are consequences of addiction. Okay? So when you become addicted, your health is in danger. All of these things are health issues. Mental confusion, brain damage, liver failure, seizure, stroke. All of those things are mental illnesses. And they occur because of substance abuse. So when we overindulge in anything, we have issues. We overindulge in eating. We become obese. We have problem with obesity. We have problem with high blood pressure. We have problem with diabetes. These problems are compounded, okay, one after another, because of the underlying problem. If we have no discipline in eating, we talked about discipline the last time, where children, they eat snacks. They eat everything sweet, everything with salt in it. They don't eat regular food. They don't eat no vegetables. They don't want to eat vegetables. They just want to eat snacks. They want to eat sandwiches and hamburger and junk food. They become obese. That's overindulgent. No control, lack of self-control. We talk about that. And this is the same thing that leads to substance abuse, lack of self-control. When you lose control, when you are overindulged in something. Okay? And this is a science. Substance abuse comes under medicine and science and all of that. So it's extensive. I've read so much on the thing, that, and it goes on and on. Okay? So all these things lead to physical and mental illness. Overindulgence. Okay? Addiction. When you become addicted, I mean you lost control of everything. Okay? Substance abuse refers to excessive use of a drug in a way that is detrimental to self, society, or both. Substance abuse refers to excessive drug use in a way that is detrimental to self, society, or to both. What is classified as substance abuse? One, use of illegal drugs, and two, use of prescription. Okay, those are the two basic classification of substance abuse. Okay, illegal drugs and use of prescription. So I want to say it can be legal or illegal. Okay, prescription, people prescribe it for, the doctor prescribe it for somebody. It may not be for you, but it's not illegal. Okay, it's a legal form of drug. Okay, and the third one is you have one, use of illegal drugs, use of prescription. Third, use of over-the-counter drugs. I don't know why my board not showing you completely. Use of over-the-counter drugs. Oh yeah, I see why. Let me move this phone number. Okay. Use of over-the-counter drugs. 4, use of alcohol for purposes other than those for which they are meant to be used, or to be used in excess amounts. So these are the 4 classifications of substance abuse: use of illegal drugs, use of prescription, over-the-counter drugs, and alcohol. All of these used for purposes for which they were not meant to be used. Okay? So now there are 2 main types of substance abuse. I told you about it earlier. We talked about substance abuse disorder. I told you the second one was drug use disorder. Okay? So those are the 2 types of substance abuse: alcohol use disorder and drug use disorder. Also, there are 5 common effects of using drugs. What are they? Let me go back to my notes. 5 common side effects of using drugs. 1, taking part in risky behaviors, such as driving drunk or having unprotected sex. Okay? Those are risky behavior. But when you on substance abuse, you don't care. You know, it's the hour, it's the feeling of the moment. And you indulge in things that are risky, behaviors that are risky. Okay? You get behind the wheel drunk, you know eventually you will have an accident, or you end up killing somebody or injuring somebody. Unprotected sex, you can hurt yourself, or if you got disease, you will spread it to other people and you wouldn't care because you're drunk. You're overindulging in habits that are harmful to you physically and harmful to our society, or both. Okay? Third, 2, change in behavior. This is another side effect. Change in behavior, mood swings. 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're sad. People don't really know how to deal with you because they don't know when you will snap. Your mood swings. Okay? Increase aggression towards people. Okay? You don't want people around you. When people say anything to you, you get mad. It sets you off. Okay? Another side effect, it impacts your own sleep. You can't sleep. You have insomnia, a lack of sleep. People who can't sleep, okay? It's a disease. You stay up all night, all day. You can't sleep, okay? Substance abuse can do that to you. Cognitive or memory problem, it affects your brain, okay? Your ability to remember things, okay? Reduce appetite or not eating. A balanced diet. So the same thing we talk about. People eating snacks, junk food, nothing really good. Okay? Because when you get high, you like sweets, you like salty things. So you're not really concentrating on eating good food sometimes. Sometimes you do, the drug make you can't even want to eat. And we'll talk about that too. Okay? Another thing, you always got cold or flu or something from the drugs. Something all wrong. You're always sniffing or snorting or coughing, something, or sick or cold or shivering. All those from drug use. Okay? So now we got to remember one thing. Different types of drugs affect your body in different ways. Different types of drugs affects your body in different ways. They can be short-term and long-term effects. Okay? And these effects can be both physical and psychological. They can affect your body and your mind. They can be short-term, they can be long-term. I know some people who tried some drugs and it lasted them for 2-3 days. We had to strap them down. I work in the prison. People come in with all kind of drugs, we got to strap them down, they come off it. Or they do it in the prison and get set off, we got to come and strap them down. So drugs act differently on different people, depending on the amount. And we'll talk about that, okay? Not all drug use lead to dependence. Not all drug use lead to dependence. Some people have the physical will to control it. Some people do it in moderation, okay? Not everyone who uses drug or alcohol wants or need help, okay? Not everybody. Okay. Knowing risks or harm associated with alcohol or drug use can help you stay safe and reduce harm. So that's why I'm teaching this class. Because the more you know, the more you can protect yourself, the more you can set perimeters to guide you against harm. You see what it said? Not every drug use leads to dependence. Okay? Not everybody who use drugs wants help or needs help. And we're talking about the different reasons why people use drugs. Okay? People use drugs for different reasons. Okay? How drugs affects an individual depends on, one, your body size. You know, your skin is small, guy, and you're doing heroin and thing, it will affect you worse than it will affect a healthy guy who eating well, who taking exercises and buff and big. It will affect him differently. He may be able to control it more. There's a small guy who not exercising, who's just drinking and going to parties and having fun, and he's doing drugs and things like that, and you're doing cocaine and heroin on top of that. It will affect you differently because your body size may not be able to withstand the excess amount of drugs you're taking. Okay? And you and somebody who is more healthy and bigger and stronger may do the same amount of drugs and it will react differently on both of you. Okay? So body size is one thing. Two, your general health. Are you healthy? Can your body withstand the effects of that drugs you're taking? Okay? That's another thing. The amount and strength of the drugs. How much drugs are you doing? Can your body withstand the amount you're doing? The strength you're doing? Okay? Whether any other drugs have been taken around the same time. So now you know, if you go smoke weed, you drink alcohol, then you do cocaine, then you want to take a shot of heroin. Come on, man. You know that's dangerous for you. How high can you get? There has to be a limit. Okay? So whether any other drugs have been taken is another issue. Okay? Your mood or the environment you are in can have an effect on you. Okay? If you're not feeling good and you go do drugs, it will not make you happy because your mood is already in the dump. Then you go do drugs, you'll be in the dump. Or you're in an environment that is drug infested. Everybody doing drugs. Everybody living a low life. Everybody, the gangs everywhere. So that will lead you into the drug infested environment, into doing drugs. So it's either your mood will impact you or affect you, or the environment you're living in. Okay? Illegal drugs are not controlled substance. Okay? They are not controlled substance because controlled substances are substances that government has control over and can regulate. Illegal drugs, the government has no control over it, cannot regulate it. Okay? So why do people use drugs? People come up for different reasons for using drugs. Okay? Some people, one of the big reasons is it makes them feel good. It makes you feel good. So you do it. If it didn't make you feel good, why would you do it? Okay? People who sniff cocaine, people who do marijuana, they say they won't feel high. It makes them feel good. It's a part of drugs. Okay? Yes. Some people say it relaxes them. Other people say they do it to cope with stress and anxiety. Okay? To deal with emotional pain and the history of trauma. To experiment. Some people want to experiment. Say, hey, let me just try for the first time. Okay? Some people do it to stay awake. If it works for you, I don't know. Okay? To fall asleep. Some people do it to fall asleep. Some people do it to increase their confidence. They're going to make a speech or they're going to give a class like this. They take a puff of weed or they take a sniff of cocaine to give them the ability to come out and face the crowd and make their presentation without shyness, without being afraid. Okay? Enhance social experience. Okay? You want to mix with other people. You want to be the man of the party. You want to be able to express yourself well in social gatherings. Be able to mingle and mix. People feel that it enhances that social experience. Partying, going to a party and being the guy at the party, hanging out with the girls and not being shy and doing what you want to do. Okay? So what is tolerance and dependence? How do they relate? People using drugs for long periods of time can develop dependence, and tolerance to it. Okay? That means when you tolerating the drug, you want more. You know, it's not affecting you. And you become dependent on it. You know, dependence help you to tolerate it. Tolerance means they need to take larger amounts to get the same effect. Okay, so if long ago when you smoke one joint, you used to get high. And it used to make you high, man. It used to make you high. Now you use the drug so much that one joint can make you high the same way it used to make you high when you first started, no more. Now you need 2 or 3 joints to make you as high. So you become dependent on it. That's where dependence lie. For tolerance, okay? Because you overindulge in the thing so much, it cannot affect you the same way it used to affect you long ago. Okay, the effects on you are not the same. So for you to get that same effect, you need to do more. And that leads to overindulgence. That leads to dependency on the drugs. Okay? Dependence can be psychological, it can be physical, or both. Okay? So, substance abuse is a vast topic to discuss. I was reading it, I didn't know where to end my notes because the more I read, the more there were things under that. Okay? How do drugs impact you? Which one of them are suppressants? Which one of them are depressants? Okay? They're different. That's why substance abuse is a vast topic. But I just want to enlighten you on the basics of what you need to know. Okay? One, substance abuse is overindulgence in the use of drug or alcohol, illegal or legal drugs. Illegal drugs, you know, are illegal. Then you have legal drugs, prescription. They're legal. The police see you with it, they will not stop you whether it's for you or not. They wouldn't really care because the doctor ordered it. Okay? You got going to pick it up for somebody. There's no crime for you who having prescription drugs on you. Okay? Whether it's for you or not. There's no crime in it. The police will not even care. Okay? But some people do it because certain prescription drugs make you high. I had Oxycontin when I went to the hospital. They gave me a whole jar of Oxycontin. Now, I don't take Oxycontin. All through my operations, all through my sicknesses, I don't take painkillers. You know, I don't like nothing that will stop me from urinating or defecating or going to the shit for 7 days. And that what the Oxycontin do to me. The Percocet, all those drugs for pain, that what they do to me. The high is good. I like the high. The high, just the marijuana or cocaine. It makes you high. But the effect's not good. The side effect's not good. Well, if I take a drug and can't go to the toilet for 1 week and I'm eating every day, 3 times a day, that's an issue. That's a serious problem. That's a problem. Where the food going? It got to go somewhere. You know, that way we have a normal system of regulation in our body. When you eat, you shit. All the food you eat in got to come out for more food to go in. Okay? That's why we go to the toilet 2, 3 times a day. You don't go one time. Okay? Even you go one time. That's better than not going at all. But we're not supposed to go one time a day. We're supposed to at least go 2 or more because we're eating 3, 4 times a day. Okay? So at least 1 time a day is good. So if you don't go 1 time a day, you got an issue. Especially if you're eating 3 good meals, 3 healthy meals, and you're not going. Okay? And you're not on drugs. That alone got a problem. But when you're on drugs and your body's shutting down for 1 week, and the drugs increasing your appetite, making you want to eat more, that there is a problem. Where is the food going? It can't just be staying in your stomach, especially people that are from Liberia who eat rice and things like that. When you eating, they have the bowl of rice 3-4 times a day. Where the rice going? In your stomach when it digested, and the waste, where it going? You're not going to the toilet. Okay? So people can't sleep on those drugs. You can't sleep. Is that what you like? That what they say. Some people take them to stay awake because they can't sleep when they do it. But is it safe for the society, for the environment? All those things come into question. Okay? So I don't want to extend my class on substance abuse. I just wanted to give you an overview of some of the things you need to know, how drugs affect you. You know, don't think that just because it's cocaine and heroin, you know, you feel you can do it 1 or 2 times, but it affects you in different ways. It affects you because of your body size, because of the amount and the strength, your health. Are you in good health? You know, can your health withstand the high? All these things come into play, okay? And why are you doing it? Why do you want to do weed? Are you experimenting? Is it for its purpose? Okay? And just be mindful. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more your safety increase. The possibility of life for you to be better increases. So take heed and govern yourselves. This is my class for the day. I just hope I presented an overview of what you need to know about substance abuse, to be mindful that discipline, moderation, if you're using drugs, is key. Don't overdo it. Just do enough to give you your little satisfaction, if that's what you're doing it for, to feel good, for experimenting, to relax. Don't overindulge. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. My class is done. I hope you learn a lot. And if not, just follow up with the research. Okay, this is a class. I just came opening the door for you. And if you find things that you like or you're interested in, go and do the research. Okay? Thank you. Take care.